Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
Mike.
Today, we're cracking open a new bottle of 13th Colony Cask Strength Bourbon Whiskey. First and foremost, happy 4th of July to everybody.
I was trying to come up with something for the 4th, and then you see that whole stutter of...
I don't know what happened.
I was like...
I almost called the doctor. I was thinking you're having a stroke over there. I don't know where you went.
I couldn't come up with anything quick enough, so that was... sorry for that little delay.
I actually thought you forgot your name on that one. That's
I was going to incorporate something with it, and I thought about it too late.
This one's not tearing right, so we're gonna do what I got to do. All right, so let's just get right into this. Again, happy 4th of July, everybody. So I thought this would be appropriate on this one because of the fact that actually it comes from Americus, Georgia, which happens to be the 13th, actually, 13th one in the 13th colony. But
yes.
He's just going to make stupid noises, so I want to get into the particulars so I can drink this thing. So this one comes in at 120.64 proof. We got it for $89.99. This happens to be batch 2024, bottle number 926, and this came out on May 15th of 2024. So it says on the bottle, again, this controversy that goes around it, but it says on the bottle, it is produced, bottled, and bottled by 13th Colony Distilleries, LLC, out of Americus, Georgia, and this is their flagship bourbon out at Cask Strength. Oh, that's a nice cork pop. I don't know. You just put the little Nomeo in your thing. So I have to give a huge shout out to super fan of the channel, Steve, because
Super shopper.
Yeah, without him, we would probably not have this. Now, this is something that you guys are gonna have to leave a comment down below. I don't believe this. There was this. I think this was. I'm trying to find stuff on the research. This is one of them things that sold out like immediately, and it was on limited availability. So if you guys can get this around, leave a comment down below. This happened to be sitting on a bottom shelf somewhere in Connecticut. He happened to go, "Do you have this one?" I'm like, "Please grab it." You know what I mean? Because when I looked it up, they had crazy prices on the second, like not on the secondary, but on like when you look up the prices for them.
Right.
So I know it was sold out on Sealbach when I looked out there, so I couldn't get the price that they were actually selling it for. So very interested to try this one because their regular bourbon is spectacular. We haven't had this in a while, but I mean their regular one, I haven't had it. I haven't gone back. You went back to it that one time for a prep thing, yeah. But I haven't gone back to it in the longest time. But yeah, the nose is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, unfortunately for us, 13 Colony does not come up here. That is actually very good right there. Mm-hmm. And it does come to Connecticut, though, in theory. It goes to Connecticut. So if we can find it, that's usually where we have to go to try to get it. It doesn't, huh?
Pretty good oak finish in this.
No, that first sip, I took a little one because it was 120 proof. But I was wondering if it was going to light me up, and it did not. It was just a very good taste. I don't know if on first sip I would go 120 proof, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't drink. I would be like maybe 110. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't drink hot on that first sip.
It's definitely not hot. And yesterday it was a weeder that I was with, and then that was not bad either. But this is way more flavor.
No, oh, all right. I was trying to think where you were going there. I'm like, we did a weedy yesterday?
I did. Mm. We didn't say what we were drinking, but anyway.
Now, I know some people, nobody's touched on it here, but, there's a controversy that goes around the 13th Colony, whether they're sourcing, whether they're not sourcing. I don't have any information that I can actually add to it, so I'm just throwing it out there in case someone does leave one in the comments saying, I wouldn't buy their stuff because of, again, I don't care if they are sourcing this. This is freaking very good.
I was going to say,
to
me, it's we've had pretty good luck with, those guys that source it in and tweak it themselves. And, and it's been, better price or a little less price or a little more. I mean, 120 proof at $90. I get the full disclosure, and if they are, just say it because it doesn't matter. There are some people that they don't consider them true distilleries if they're not brewing their own. But to each his own. I've always said everybody has to start somewhere too. So they got to tweak it in, and also they experiment with MJP or Dickel or whoever
gladly sells them something to start with, and they make it better.
All controversy aside, whatever's in here is very, very good. Like it has a beautiful caramel taste in the beginning. I'm just waiting to see if I can get anything besides that. But it does have a nice oaky finish at the end.
It almost has like a fruity nose to start.
I'm not getting your fruity nose. I'm trying. That's why I was trying to see if there was a third component to that. But I will say, it has a decent finish too. Mm-hmm. It's not crazy long, but it definitely has a decent finish.
But it does. If you have a good sip, it will hold in your neck. Mm-hmm. And you almost get like a little. I get a fruity nose, but then I get like a nut, then oak finish.
I don't get you. I want to see what you say when. I wish I knew what that flavor was in you. This is actually. That was much better.
And it stands out to me. You know, when you say you get something and it stands out to you and it doesn't happen to me, like you get the grass, I don't get that grass.
Right.
So some of mine they're not that bad.
I know, and there's some, but if you remember back, here's your memory test on when we did like the Sunday Fun Day and the Elijah Craig came out compared to the soft red wheat and the other one. I mean, that was a nut. That was a big peanutty flavor. Yeah, that was compared to the rest.
Yes, it was.
I'm not getting. That's what I'm looking for. When you say nut,
you got to work. It's a little light. It's not that crazy note. It's not an Old Forester note. You know, it's just. It somewhat hits me a little bit.
And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm trying to go with you. Like I'm trying to feel it. I don't personally.
And people make comments. You know, you two brothers. Why don't you have the same taste? We don't.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I just try to see like where you're going because I'm trying to.
It took me forever even to figure out your bread. As much bread that I've made and done. It took me a while to come up with. But yes, now does that stand out? It does stand out. Do I catch your banana as quick as you do? No, I do not.
I do want to say. That's the one thing about doing this now for the couple of years that we've been doing it. You know, I'm still a rookie. Don't get me wrong, and my palate's trash. But when I look back at some of the ones we've tried all them years ago, how I wasn't getting any flavors. There's such a difference in what I taste now compared to. So you know, for all of you that might be just starting, or all of you that think. The more you do, the better it just gets. But
and we're still not going to probably throw out those crazy notes that it says you're supposed to because we may or may not see them.
I'm not because unless I taste something, I don't say it.
Well, that's what I mean.
Because it doesn't matter to me that I'm supposed to taste, you know, unicorn tears and stuff like that. And like
I don't even remember what a currant tastes like. I remember
I hated it when it was on like in the ham.
That was Graham's favorite.
Isn't that what you put in the ham?
See, there was an ice cream that she used to.
Oh, I don't know about that, but isn't that what they put on hams? The currants?
They do have that.
Yeah.
No, that's clove.
That's clove? Yeah. Either way. I don't, unless I know what flavor I'm tasting. But this one right here is hitting me in all the right ways. You know,
it's very good.
I will agree. 120 proof, though, but I'm saying, like, I'll relate it back to that same Elijah Craig, which again, we ended up giving that A or A minus, I believe. I think it was an A.
It was one of the two, yes.
I think we gave it an A. But that one was 130 proof, but it drank hot. Like it was like hot. This is 120 proof, and I'd be hard pressed to say.
I almost got a little bit of the bread flavor coming through towards like just before the last oak end.
A little bread flavor. Again, this may open up and it may change. So this is a fresh crack. For us.
We can go to Connecticut get it, but it's sad that you can't.
Right.
It's in the realm of those that are at that proof, so nothing's disappointing really.
But that being said, let me know if you guys can find this anywhere because when I was doing my research, it was like limited and like distillery, and we're not really shipping it, but it was sitting on the bottom shelf in Connecticut. That's where Steve found it. So I don't know how available this is. You can leave a comment down below if you guys have access. Well, that's what I'm saying on it. But it just came out, like May 15th is when it just came out.
Which is weird. They have it on the bottom shelf. That's kind of weird, too. But
yeah, but I've gone into stores and see Fighting Cock on the top shelf. So, you know what I mean? It all depends on the stock.
I can't say I've ever seen that.
That's what I'm saying. It depends where they put it, you know? This is very good.
It is very tasty.
It's
a pretty easy drink.
You're going to go with a grade?
Are we gonna?
Yeah, we are. I was going to like...
I'm not disappointed. I would go with A minus on this.
I'm borderline. This actually has a very good. It's holding. This is no less than an A to me. I'm leaning towards an A plus even because we haven't done one yet. But I just like the way this drinks.
The fact that it's at 120 proof, and I don't think it drinks like it doesn't drink like
Definitely
that.
doesn't drink like
this.
that.
This
no, at all.
this this is crushable, and it's gonna kill you. You know what I mean? But because like this drinks right down. I'm going. If someone gave me this, I'd be like, I don't know, 108, 110.
Do you
like,
do you get a little light bread?
I'm not getting your bread.
No, right before.
No. And on the regret that we did yesterday, I actually drank the Rocktown rye
No,
that has bread.
It's not that pronounced.
That-
this is
but
very
that-
like a
yeah.
light little
Let me try again.
nutty bread before the oak, to me. But it's not in a bad way. I'm not It just adds another fruit, or actually another note. So,
I don't get your bread, but man, there is such a concentration of flavor that is going on here, and I'm getting
the proof, it
I'm
doesn't
getting.
really
I
hang
don't
up.
know what the mash bill is on this one, but I'm getting that pop rocky feel. So I don't know if it has a high rye mash bill. It wasn't on the bottle, and it wasn't in my research. There wasn't a lot on the research, and again, these were going for crazy prices online, but I get that nice pop rocky feel coming on with this one. This is a flavor bomb. You said A minus. I'm leaning to this is one of the better whiskeys we've drank this year. The hands down, it's one of the better ones we've drank this year.
I mean, I can. I'm not negative. I mean, I can go to
No.
A. It's.
We can stay straight A just because you said A minus.
Well, it's not
But-
even. It's not like you're at an A and I'm at a D. So I mean,
No, I get it.
usually, typically, we're pretty close. So it's.
I'm just thinking
I'm
back
not-
what we've had this year so far. I don't know what we've had that's going to be that much better than this. I mean, we didn't rate a couple of them. Like, we'd have to go back and do George
again.
T and do the other ones and stuff like that just to see. But out of the ones we've graded, I mean, if I'm going to put this is all of the holiday, if not a little bit better. It's all of it, though.
That has it is
It's all in the same realm.
They may have a little bit of a tweak flavor, which
Yes.
at that day of we may or may not agree, or you like better and I like better. But
Right.
I'm not.
But they're
disagreeing with
competing.
it. Correct.
It's not going to dominate on
No,
that.
it's not like what we just did.
Right.
Whatever that was the other day is. Yeah, it's not there.
I'm thinking back to that Sunday Fun Day. I said A. I think this brings way more flavor and taste than the Weller Foolproof did. That was nice and it was candied and it was stuff. But this is bringing a complex, like a concentration of
that
oak.
would be.
You know what I mean?
That's kind of two different categories, kind of a little bit, but they're still.
Not really.
No, that'd be interesting.
I know. I'm just thinking in my
That was-
head
that was-
because
that's
this
a
is
good-
drinking
that's a good-
soft like it. You
And
know what I mean?
that-
It's in the
well,
same
and-
realm because that's only 115.
And the
or
Weller
whatever.
nose is right
Yeah.
up there.
That's what I'm saying. Is it? Yeah. I mean, people are paying like $150, $200 for that bottle. You know, or more.
It just baffles me. 'cause
I understand
we how we were able to finagle and get them for what we did.
Well,
it
because
was-
we have a couple stores that are still legit that sell them for the prices they're supposed to sell it. You know what I mean? And that's the
we have a
bottom
few.
line. That's what I'm saying.
do we
still have
spend
a
money
few.
there? Yes, we do. But I mean, it's well worth it. Mm-hmm. Do they don't really look out for us, but they keep us in mind.
No, absolutely. This just keeps getting better.
No,
and
the
better.
nose and everything is getting better
Even the
and better.
flavor, like it's lasting longer and longer. Like this is one of the better finished bourbons I've drank this year. So this is definitely up there. I won't go under an A because I am leaning towards this is one of the better ones we've had. I think
can
this
live
is
with
going to
that.
be one of our top 10 in my head. Drinking it right now on the first crack without even settling. Like let's put it back to like the Woodford Reserve Master's Keep that we did, that we were mad that we bought it. And then it ended up being in the top 10 because it worked its way in. This is starting out of the gate strong.
Yes, you
know what
are
I mean?
correct with that, and that did come around.
100%. And I ended up liking it by the end of the bottle. But this one right here.
Even 1944. Mm-hmm. It's pricey.
Well, that one started out of the gate strong
No,
too.
it
Though.
did
We
start
didn't.
out of
We
the
were
gate
negative
strong.
on the price, but
Correct.
Put that up against this
flavor-wise-
one. This would smash that. The 1924. It's only 100 proof. 100%. This would smash it.
Probably because it is an easy drinker. You don't know you're drinking on.
No, but it is such a concentration of flavor. And in fact, I want to re-up again, and we already did it twice, so I'm not going to be able to do it. But there you go. We're not going to beat a dead horse. Again, leave a comment down below if you guys have availability to this, because I'll be curious to see how much this is widely distributed. Because when I was searching on it, it was like limited edition, this and that, da. And hopefully this becomes a staple, and hopefully this goes around the country because this is absolutely dynamite. But I know it's harder to, I don't know the size of the facility, and that's part of the controversy because they're like, there's no way that
the still that they have could put out the volume that they're putting out, and that's where the controversy lies, supposedly. That's all rumor mill. I'm just going with the rumors. But whatever they're doing, I'm on board, because this is absolutely...
it is very good.
I'm only sad that we'll never be able to get a double oak, because the minute they do a double oak, it sells out like that. It's supposed to be even...
Steve's got the magical stores.
Well,
comes in.
It doesn't make it to a store. That's the problem. They sell out online, and it's gone in minutes. But, well, there you go. This is the 13th Colony Cask Strike. Again, happy 4th of July. Go out there and get yourself some hot dogs and hamburgers and light yourself a fire. That's what we should have did. We should have did this one in front of the bonfire. That would have been appropriate.
It would have been
for the 4th of July. But there you go.
We got to think outside the box sometimes.
Sometimes, you know what I mean? But
that would have been good, actually.
well, I just thought of it now. See that? There's always next year, right, people? So keep your suggestions coming. Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more.
Cheers.
Cheers.